Thanks again to our sponsors. And here on the left side of the map is our player who is trying to beat Zerg.
Effecto, GuMiho.
That was the most generic thing I could have said. There he is. And here is his opponent fighting to stay alive. Does not want to go back down to Code A.
MVP DongRaeGu.
And it's interesting, DongRaeGu, he did really well in the Team League and just couldn't do well in the GSL though. And he actually finally got into Code A after trying for a few times and lost in the round of 16, couldn't even get up and down matches. And he actually got into Code S through MLG, since he was the top, I think he was 3rd or 4th in the MLG.
And the
I don't remember which one that was.
I think it was either Columbus alone before Columbus.
Yeah, but you're right. Everyone above him already had Code S, so he got the Code S spot. So GuMiho, however, he actually got in through the up and down matches a season or 2 ago. So anyway, neither of these players want to go back down to Code A, but the loser of this game will go directly into the second round of Code A. And so then they won't have a chance of being eliminated from the tournament altogether, but they'll have a chance of, well, not advancing. They're going to have to fight through a couple more rounds to get back into Code S.
Yeah. And I like DongRaeGu in the very early drone scout out. He checked the third base location to make sure there were no proxies there. He's been very meticulous about his scouting. He's actually going to get in here before the depot block, maybe. Oh, not quite.
Denied.
Denied.
Depot-nied.
Depot-nied, I like that. Well, drone is not able to see anything. He does not know whether or not gas has been taken. In this case, gas has been taken.
Yes, it has.
I expect that we will see mech play from GuMiho. He really likes that in this matchup, especially on this map. I'm thinking that's what we're going to see.
I think so too. There's no add-on, so he's probably saving up for this factory. Well, actually, maybe not. He's got more gas than he used for factory already. There's the factory.
He wanted to make sure that he could chase the drone away, I think, before making the factory. Since he was able to deny the fact that he didn't see gas, so he was like, well, I want to make sure he's completely in the dark, even if I have to sacrifice a few seconds of Hellion time.
I like how he actually took the refinery on the other side of his base, so that even if there was like a Zergling at his door, it couldn't see that close gas, because the gas mines are actually on some of the spawns very close to the ramp. Actually, I don't actually know if you can see it past that wall off or not, but
I think you can.
I think you probably could.
Well, I like what GuMiho has done with this Marine. He actually pushed all the way forward up to the hatchery of DongRaeGu, stared at it angrily, and then walked back just to put a little bit of pressure on. If there were any units kind of around the map on that Marine's path, he would have taken them out. He would have gotten some extra scouting info, clear up the watchtower.
Yep. Let's check for Overlord so he can get some easy kills on him.
Just barely missed, in fact, the Overlord around the 12 o'clock position right now with that Marine.
All right, so GuMiho is getting that reactor on the Hellion. He's actually getting a tech lab on the barracks. I wonder if he's gonna switch things up and get upgrades, or if he's just gonna, I'm not sure what he's doing with that.
We're gonna find out soon.
No, he's continuing to make Hellions. Oh,
Hellions do not deny the Zergling scouts, and he's gonna get stim. Getting a Marauder, in fact, as well right now, just as a precaution against that possible roach aggression that we've seen a lot of players put on against this build.
Yeah, that's very smart, actually. And we've seen DongRaeGu actually win games with that, too, where
yes, we have.
He just gets those 7 roaches, and you go attack, and if all they have is Hellions, you just win the game.
Very true. That Queen wants to do her duty to help defend. Unfortunately, cannot chase the Hellions off creep. But her sister
has to bait them onto the creep again.
Yeah, her sister, she and her sister are going to bop those Hellions. But there are 4 Hellions now. The Hellion brothers have arrived.
One of those queens is a little bit smarter than her sister, I think. One's like chasing off creep and like dodging around and getting shot by flames. The other one's just like, I'm gonna chill over here and inject larvae.
Yeah, the other one doesn't even miss-inject. She's like way better than the other one. But she
they switched now.
Yeah, she followed her sister's ways now.
And those Zerglings have a death wish.
Yeah, these Zerglings, I'm not entirely sure what their plan was.
They're not even attacking.
They wanted to try to catch reinforcing Hellions by the looks of it, but it did not go as planned.
I think
14 more Zerglings in production, actually.
The reinforcing Hellions caught them instead. He's putting a lot of pressure on with these Hellions here.
Now, notice that when the Spinecrawler finishes, GuMiho will not target it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is he going to get the Queen?
Almost gets the Queen. And now backs away with his Hellions. He's going to try to bait out some Zerglings and kill them, but he's going to be extremely safe with those Hellions.
It's like he's trying to force roaches, and he's getting a lot of Marauders behind this, hoping he gets roaches.
That is what it's looking like.
You know, and that's actually a really smart move. You know, if you force him to get a lot of roaches and then you have stim Marauders, you can just walk right over them, but he's not getting roaches, he's just getting spine crawlers and speedlings.
He's also getting a Baneling Nest right now. He's making a macro hatchery. He's got a tight wall off. But what's really cool about this is GuMiho said, well, you made a lot of units and now you can't move out because I know you're not making roaches. I still see only Zerglings, so I'm just going to make a third base. And you're not going to be able to move out with speedlings against this. He's actually going to attack. He's actually going to attack with his Marauders.
Interesting. Well, Marauders are very good at killing off buildings such as spine crawlers.
Yeah, and a lot of those spines are damaged. He has stim as well.
Oh, here he goes in. Zerglings coming in from the side are going to force it back, but he did take out a couple of spine crawlers.
The Marauders still remain alive. He takes out the Queen, and he's targeting down the last spine crawler.
Whoa.
This is an old school beta build that we're seeing here from GuMiho.
And the drones are in danger. They're attacking the Marauders, but every time he goes in there, the Hellions from behind were just killing all the Zerglings trying to attack his Marauders. Beautiful play. It looks like DongRaeGu may hold, though.
He's definitely going to hold, and knows that GuMiho not try to finish off that spine crawler. He was only using the spine to bait the Zerglings out to kill them with the Hellions.
That was a fantastic little attack. And the crucial thing here, as you mentioned earlier...
Man.
What?
I just want to say, before you mention the third base, he's adding so many barracks here. He's actually adding 3 more barracks. He's already got 2 engineering bays, getting double upgrades. He's in a good spot, man.
Wow. That's right, though. I was going to mention third base. That's what I was getting at.
I know, man. I can read your mind.
You can read my mind, man. Get out of my brain, Wolf!
Sorry, guys. I can see the future. I didn't ask for these powers. But I knew I was going to have them before I even had them. That's
what?
That's how much.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
But you were exactly dead on right about what you said earlier about how the fact that GuMiho can take that third without anything happening, and DongRaeGu just can't do anything about it. Some Zerglings coming in for a little bit of a counterattack. Yeah. They're going to catch these Marines.
The Hellions
Beautiful surround.
The Hellions were not around for this.
Oh, denied from scouting the main, but he's going to get some SCV kills. Yes. And may, in fact, reveal that he is going for the... Yes, he sees the third base.
This is going to be really stressful for DongRaeGu at this point. His Spire is finished. He's got Baneling speed on the way. He now knows, oh, you've got a third base. He does not know about the powered up barracks, but those barracks and the turrets that are already up. Wow, he's actually made a lot of Zerglings here.
And here's a critical thing. He's forced to cancel on those barracks and killed off or stopped production of all turrets. And there's 7 mutas on the way. They're going to meet no resistance from turrets and very little resistance from Marines when they get to his base, actually.
Yeah, well, there's a few turrets in the main, but the natural is completely unturreted. So is the third base. It's a very good point. And he's even been able to drone up a little bit behind this. 53 drones to 44 SCVs right now. The Marines are going to have 1-1. They're moving out across the map. Just a small group of them, but he knows that since he made so many Zerglings, he's not going to have very many units to stop this attack on the third base that he doesn't know is there, but he predicts is, of course, there at this point.
And there's going to be 1 turret in the natural.
Yep. And Hellions cannot chase mutas.
Nope.
They tried, but they could not.
And DongRaeGu's in a little bit of trouble from this counterattack. GuMiho's actually gotten a few turrets up, so I thought DongRaeGu was going to be able to land his attack right before the turrets were there, but oh no, this third is going to be killed off before it even starts mining.
Oh, absolutely, man. The Banelings are not even responding immediately. Now he's going to target those down or lift up.
He picks them up. Oh, he's going to split.
Nice
try and fight that.
But with the Broodlings there and the rest of these mutas coming up, it looks like this is mostly going to be clean.
And why? Oh, he throws back the mutas.
You know, those 1-1 upgrades on those Marines turned out to be pretty decent.
Last Marines. Killing off mutas. Oh no, is he going to survive? Oh, he almost gets another muta. For a second, it looked like that Marine was going to survive with those 3 medevacs overhead, but instead he's going to lose the 3 medevacs. Being chased down. Well, maybe not.
Well, takes out the
Two.
medevac. Forces a stun on some of those Marines as well.
DongRaeGu's in trouble, man.
He is in a lot of trouble. Losing that third hatchery is remaking it immediately, also taking the 3 o'clock base during this.
Oh no, those Zerglings are dead.
Yes,
Does DongRaeGu have any upgrades on his Zerglings?
On his Zerglings, no. He has +1 Carapace, doesn't have any melee upgrades. He does have +1 for his Mutas right now, though.
Oh no, a drop in the main.
It's going to distract him so he can run over and attack that third base again. There are a few Banelings there, but they're going to be targeted down. They're too few in number, but GuMiho actually decides smartly to back up.
With only the 2 bases, DongRaeGu just doesn't have enough gas to make both Banes and Mutalisks, and he has to decide between them. He doesn't have enough of either.
And, well, hold that thought. Nice splitting by GuMiho.
Nice.
That would have made Marine King proud, man. Well, GuMiho at this point is going to kill a lot of this creep. And you know, you make a very excellent point. He has to choose between Mutas and Banelings, and he keeps choosing Mutas. And I gotta say, man, when you're facing only Marines and Medevacs, I don't think Mutas are the right choice, especially at cross distance. He hasn't even been able to send any Mutas to harass at this point. He's making Mutas that are essentially useless.
I mean, you need a few of them around for, you know, cleaning up Medevacs so you can't just drop you all of the time and just lift up out of the way of the Banelings. But yeah, he just doesn't have enough Banes to deal with this many Marines. He's going in, nice splitting again from GuMiho. Beautiful splitting.
Yeah, look at that split,
man. Look at that. Nicely done. And the Marines are still in the front, killing buildings, kills off that third again.
They've already killed the third, yeah, and he's just going to actually start attacking up this ramp at this point. And targeting down Banelings that are morphing. Drones being pulled here. GuMiho can just pull back at this point. It's 3 bases against 2.
Banelings chasing, but the Zerglings are actually just on like attack move instead of microing them to trap things. And DongRaeGu barely holds again, but GuMiho's taking the formerly gold base in the middle of the map. He's going to have 4 bases to just basically 2. DongRaeGu snuck a base at the right side of the map, but he's not really mining from it.
1 drone mining there, so not a whole lot. Actually picking off a few drones here at the front. Look at that, GuMiho just SC Foyu style grabbing all his Marines, sending them across the map.
Yeah. DongRaeGu, you gotta hand it to him. Most Zergs would be dead by now.
Yeah,
and he's somehow been holding on.
Fight. He's actually kept his Mutalisk count quite healthy as well. You know, he's trying to balance it out. He's going for another attack here, but the Marines are already pre-split. Oh man, just not enough Banelings. I think he may have made just a few too many Mutas.
Oh, but there's more Banes there. He might have been trying to bait him into those Banes. Nice hits there. Medevac's keeping those Marines alive though, despite getting hit by Banelings.
These Marines are about to have 2-2, +2 armor fishing right now, +3 weapons already on the way. 11 Marines at a time still being produced by GuMiho. He's adding 2 barracks. Nice targeting on these medevacs, just catching reinforcements, doing what he can, trying to buy time. He still only has 2 drones mining at that 3 o'clock base. The fact of the matter is the upgrades to the Mutas are not going to be enough to fight these Marines.
The Banelings are going to die before they can even morph. He needs a dozen Banelings right now to hold this. Well, maybe not a dozen, but he needs Banelings to hold this off, but he's not going to. A drop in the main at the same time. He might lose his natural here. He's going to lose the macro hatch. The Muta's coming in from the side. Will it be enough, though, against those highly upgraded Marines? No, it will not. And DongRaeGu is going down to Code. GG! GuMiho advances to the round of 16 of Code S.
What do you say to that? 95.6% of people who did not think he was going to advance? What do you say to that?
Wow. Well, I got to admit, I was the 96%. I didn't think he was going to win either, man, but he showed some really solid play, and he's going to go ahead and advance.
You know, I actually expected GuMiho and DongRaeGu to get out of this, and sad they had to collide as they did, but I think GuMiho just outclassed DongRaeGu in that last game.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much the case. So, sorry, we'll get waving to Sella. He's in the building now. There he is. That's Sella's hand. If you ever wanted to see Sella's hand, there it is. You just got your glimpse.
If you ever wanted to.
And there's Tasia.
Oh, there's Tasia.
Everyone say hi to Tasia.
There's Moletrap.
There's Wolf. Anyway, so that is going to do it for that group. But remember, we have a whole other group.
Yeah, we're only
for
halfway
a second, for like a second, I forgot about that, and I was like, oh man, those are like great games. I want to watch more. And I'm like, wait, we can watch more.
We can watch, and we will watch more. So don't go anywhere.
Yep.
Go and vote, actually. Get on those polls and vote for who you think is going to make it out of that group. I'd like to see, some of those naysayers for GuMiho maybe rethink a little bit, their reality. Maybe you had this illusion that some of these other players were better than GuMiho, and GuMiho just shattered it.
Yeah, he did pretty well, man.
Those people, those 4%, man, I bet they're all really happy right now. They've got this nice grin on their face. I love that poll, man. It's just it's so cool.
Yeah, it is actually really cool.
Interact and see how that fans really feel.
And there is the results. If you're just joining us, sorry for the spoilers. Happy advancing to the round of 16 in first place from the group. GuMiho advancing to the round of 16 in second place. DongRaeGu is going to go straight to the second round of Code A, the round of 32. And Bomber's going to go straight to the first round of Code A, the round of 48. We're going to take that 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. More StarCraft action coming up here at the GSL.